leaders in that state, in Illinois and also in Chicago, they're claiming that they have the situation with crime under control, but he said that that is not true, and that is what is justifying his actions of sending that Texas National Guard troops into Chicago. We've also heard the White House say that the president has authority, that he can do this. Of course, there have been setbacks when it has come into legal cases.
Correspondent Karen Travers. An about-face today from the Pentagon over its new rules for media access.
The Defense Department now says journalists will not need its approval before running stories with information that was not officially released. There are still rules under which journalists could be deemed security risks and lose their Pentagon credentials. The Reporters Committee for Freedom of the Press is still demanding clarification on that. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has removed several news outlets from their workspaces at the Pentagon and given those spaces to news outlets that are more friendly to the Trump administration.
Correspondent Michael Wallace. A heads up this afternoon, if you subscribe to HelloFresh, the USDA is warning that certain meal kits containing spinach might be contaminated with listeria. The products include 10.1-ounce containers of cheesy pulled pork pepper pasta and 10-ounce containers of unstuffed peppers with ground turkey. Both were shipped directly to consumers. The meals were produced by Fresh Realm, a California-based company linked to an expanding listeria outbreak tied to Heat and Eat pasta meals. The problem was discovered by food safety inspectors who say the spinach tested positive for listeria bacteria. If you want bagels, lox, cheese, and all things yummy on the Upper West Side, you know his name, Saul Zabar. The longtime owner of Zabar's has died at 97. His daughter sharing the news today, saying her father had been hospitalized with a brain bleed. Zabar was principal owner of Zabar's for more than 7 decades after taking over alongside his siblings following the death of his father.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
A new app seeks to expand your social circle. That story is coming up next. But first, let's get you where you need to go. Here's Greg Rice.
Well, here's new trouble in the Bronx, northbound side of the Bruckner, right as you get up to the merge with the Throgs Neck Bridge near East Tremont Avenue. You got a crash. You got the right lane out. There's some fire engines there, and there's a mess northbound on 95 back through the Bruckner interchange. Now, the ride in Nassau, better. The eastbound lanes of the LI have been reopened into Shelter Rock Road. They pushed a breakdown off to the shoulder. They closed everything to do it, so traffic got worse. Eastbound LI loaded from the BQE out to Nassau, but again, now it should start getting better. Here is what you need to know about the bridges and the tunnels. Citybound George, about an extra 10 to 15 on the upper. Lower's better. West Side Highway, not perfect. Getting slow from the 90s through the 150s, but everything else is worse. Lincoln Tunnel, it's about 15 to 20 minutes in, no more than 10 out. Holland, 15 to 20 on the outbound ride. The Newark Bay Extension, better than the Skyway in either direction of the belt. Still slow either way through Pennsylvania Avenue following an earlier eastbound crash. Traffic is sponsored by PurpleWave.com. Looking to sell your equipment or need an upgrade? Purple Wave has you covered. From construction to agriculture to fleet, they make it easy to sell, bid, or buy. Online equipment auctions at PurpleWave.com. Register free today at PurpleWave.com. Greg Rice, 1010 wins at 92.3 FM.
Let's get a check now of your AccuWeather forecast. Here's meteorologist Carl Erickson.
All right, Lori, this warm spring-like weather about to come to an end here very soon. It's still warm through this evening and largely dry. It looks like a lot of this shower activity we're keeping a close eye on will be holding off until after midnight, down to 65 for a low. But do expect a wet start to your day tomorrow for that morning commute. Allow yourself some extra time with the rain coming on down. Should begin to taper off, though, around midday. Even some breaks of sun possible for the afternoon, high 70. But you really notice that the cool down with the temperatures tomorrow night as we drop down to 48. And then typical fall weather to round out the week for Thursday and Friday. Plenty of sunshine both days, high 60 Thursday, Friday's high 63. But right now it's still a warm 77 degrees under a partly sunny sky, humidity 57%, winds south at 14. Repeating the current temperature, 77 heading down to 65 in Midtown. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Guy Erickson on New York's weather station, 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM.
A couple of New Yorkers are touting their new Social Connections app.
The app is called Plot Twist.
The original name was called Fourplay, Fourplay. However, there was definitely some misconception around their names.
Because it's not a dating or hookup app, according to Danielle Dietzig, who created the app during the pandemic with her best friend and roommate, Julie Griggs, healthcare workers who saw the effects of social isolation firsthand.
Single friends both join, and then they create a team together. And then they view other teams of single friends.
The app is focused on shared experiences and social connection, not romance, although love matches have been made. Marla Diamond, 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM.
If you have a Toyota, it might be under a new recall.
Toyota is recalling 394,000 Tundras and Sequoias because their rearview camera may not display when backing up. The issue, feds say, increases the risk of a crash for drivers. More than half of the recalls involve the non-hybrid Tundra models. Toyota says the camera display malfunction is caused by a software problem, which will be fixed with an update by dealerships free of charge. The company says it will mail affected drivers next month.
Correspondent Matt Piper.
1010 Winds.
I love all the attention to detail.
I need news in the morning.
They cover everything when I need to know.
1010 Winds.
At 92.3 FM.
There's nothing the voice in our head obsesses over like our health. But with over 100 lab tests and insights, Function can help answer the questions like, why am I so tired all the time? How can I get better sleep? My friend was telling me about magnesium gummies she takes. I don't know if my heart is more stress affected. It's time to help if my mom has something. I haven't out. It's time to get some blood work done. A Function membership gives you a comprehensive health check with results tracked over time. Find out what you're made of at functionhealth.com.
Step into a world of possibilities at Resorts World Casinos. Whether you're a seasoned player or trying your luck for the first time, our casinos offer something for everyone. Spin and win on the hottest slots and electronic table games at Resorts World New York City and Hudson Valley. Looking for live table game thrills? Head up to Resorts World Catskill. Only 90 minutes from the GW Bridge. There, you can play blackjack, baccarat, roulette, craps, and so much more. Visit Resorts World Casinos today. Go to visitrw.com to learn more. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-1-1. Sex hold line. Must be 21 plus to gamble with Catskills and 18 plus to gamble in New York City and Hudson Valley.
1010 Winds AccuWeather says we have a cloudy and a muggy night ahead of us. We may see a few showers much later on. We're going down to 65 degrees, and it begins to cool down tomorrow. Tomorrow starting off with a few showers. Should see some sun by afternoon. We're only getting up to 70. Now, Bloomberg Money Watch.
Ahead of the holiday shopping season, many U.S. retailers have made a major gamble, filling up their storage areas with high inventory. Dow Jones says companies including American Eagle, Ralph Lauren, Levi Strauss, and Lululemon ordered excess items before the biggest tariffs kicked in. And now they're hoping you will come through with a lot of holiday spending. It's a bet that retailers lost a few years ago. When coming out of the pandemic, companies bulked up inventory just as shoppers were starting to pull back. Wall Street pulled back today. Dow lost 91, NASDAQ down 153, S&P down 26. Amanda Roday, Bloomberg Money Watch on 1010 Winds at 92.3 FM.
Scott Stanford here with my good friend Michael Barish of Barish and McGarry.